As the weeks go on, it's getting more and more difficult, to try and come back here and be positive. And I'm Mr. Positive. I've predicted a win every single game this season. I'm feeling like an idiot. I'm starting to look like an idiot. I'm out here publicly saying these things. Today hit me pretty hard.
Lads, lads, lads.
So one change from the loss to West Brom, Lundstrom in for Norwood. I think anybody who watched the West Brom match can understand that that's a change that was necessary. Bit surprised to see Burke and McBurney paired together up top after scoring no goals against West Brom or all season, frankly. Was surprised to see Brewster on the bench. And the unfortunate news that Moose rolled an ankle in training, and so he's going to be out for God knows how long. So just when we thought we were getting back to full fitness, we're still without Stevens, Ampadu, Moose, and obviously Jack O'Connell long term. Robinson not in the picture at all, and would like to hear that. So Kean Bryan starting again for the Blades. Leicester with the first chance. Vardy fades off Bryan off his back shoulder and slams it against the post. So lucky to escape there. And then it all settled in and really wasn't one for the neutrals for the first 20 minutes until Leicester created some chaos in the box. Egan's header just really floats back across our box, and Leicester get the benefit of a nice deflection, and Perez slams it into the top of the goal. And for anybody who's about to tweet it, 10 Dean Hendersons wouldn't have stopped that one. So no fault of Aaron Ramsdale. But then under 3 minutes later, we had a sighting as rare as Halley's Comet crashing into the Loch Ness Monster, and that is an Ollie McBurney goal. So if any player for United has needed a goal, it's Ollie McBurney to raise that confidence. And he was probably my man of the match for the first half in not only scoring the goal, but then getting back and covering as well, and putting his body on the line in our own box to keep the ball out. Last 5 or 10 minutes, Leicester really pushed. Madison hitting the post for them, and then a couple more decent opportunities of really getting the ball in the box. So we were the happier team at halftime to get that whistle blown. Looking ahead to the second half, I think Maxlow's got to come off the pitch. That was a bang-on second yellow for me. He's lucky to still be on. We would have had no complaint if he was shown an early shower by the referee, but he's lucky to stay on, and I can see Osborne coming on for him probably at halftime. Ollie Burke not done much for me, so I'd probably get Brewster on as well. So 45 minutes to go. We'll be happy with a point. And let's see if we can sneak a late goal and maybe get out of here with 3 points.
Jamie Vardy. Well, that was a second half. I like that we brought Osborne on for Lowe. I feel like you had to do that. Max Lowe on the yellow card could have had a second yellow card already in the first half. The rest of the first half, I mean, those are my notes, so I don't know what I'm going to talk about now. But we had some chances. I think we had a couple good looks. There was a spell of possession probably around the 65th minute, I think it was, where we just had probably 5 minutes of the ball in the attacking third and couldn't get anything out of it. That was probably our best chance. I loved Brewster's attempt to just pop it over Schmeichel. Once he came on, I thought, he just missed that to the left, so that was close. McBurney had a very close header again. He could have had 2 from the corners this game. That could have been the difference. It's hard to blame Norwood, Fleck, or Egan for that Vardy goal because that's just what he does. That's just what Madison does. I think he was the one who popped it over to him. Should Egan have taken the card, red or yellow, against Vardy? Part of me says yes because we need the point, but another part of me says, does missing John Egan for another game where we aren't sure if we have Ampadu, who knows where Jack Robinson is that worth it for 1 point? We're almost to the point of the season where, yes, it would have been worth it for him to go and make a ridiculous tackle, make sure he can't score and get the red card and get sent off to save the game. But, gosh, I don't know. well, the other guys will have to analyze it further because that just tore my heart out. I had so many like positive things we're going to go moving forward, but yeah, that's the way the season's gone so far.
Hi everyone, time for the ratings. Okay, Ramsdale 6. It was fairly solid today. Didn't have a great deal to do, to be fair. It was good to see the new tact with ball distribution. It was nice to see quick short balls out to the defenders so we could get the side moving forward that way. But they did go and make 2 calamitous errors. It's a cross that he should collect on the 67th minute. Fumbles it. Brave, attempt to stop the ball again still, but you've got to take those. But apart from that, it was pretty good today. Baldock 6. Didn't do anything special, but didn't make any mistakes. Fairly solid in defence. Could have done better going forward. Bash, same again. I'll give him a 6. It was just an average Bash performance, Egan. I've given Egan an 8. It was very solid display from Egan, I thought, today. He's doing his level best to look after Kean Bryan as well, or Kean Bryan. And he kept Vardy, I thought, quiet for the most part. And I think we all would have forgiven him if he'd have took Vardy out at the end there. Bryan, 4. He put in a good challenge early in the game, and he does try to get down the left when he can. But his positional play is terrible. It was in no man's land on 10 minutes, freeing up Vardy, who hits the post. He was all at sea for the first Leicester goal on 25 minutes. And this happens time and time again. He seems to sit like 3 or 4 yards deeper than Egan and Bash. It's like he's trying to buy himself an extra bit of time. But it totally ruins the cohesion of the back 3. Max Lowe, 3. Awful. Absolutely awful performance. He started off reasonably well, trying to get down the left-hand side. Poor final delivery, though. But the guy cannot defend. That's his job. He's there to defend, and the guy cannot do it. Should have been sent off. It was the best thing that happened to us that he obviously didn't, and Wilder got the chance to bring Osborne in. Lunny, I'll give him a 6. I thought Lunny did all right today. He wouldn't be my first name on the team sheet. But he linked up pretty well with Burke down the right, put in a lovely corner for the goal. He did put the team in a spot of trouble. He picked up the ball and just started heading back towards our goal, and then plays this beautiful defence splitting pass straight to Perez. But fortunately that didn't lead to a goal or anything, so he got away with that one. But yeah, we were definitely more threatening when he was on the pitch for me. Berger, a 6.5. Every now and again, he shows us what he can do. He picks the ball up in our third, takes it to the attacking third, in no time. And the only gripe, he's got that quality to do that. The only gripe I have is I just wish he had a bit more confidence to go on and do a bit more with it. That's my only gripe about Berg today. Fleck, 5. It did look in patches today like he was getting back to his best at times. I recall a very good run down the left on the 26th minute before releasing Lowe. But yeah, the miscontrol and mistake that leads to the winning Leicester goal is unforgivable. Wilder must be pulling his hair out. He's a professional footballer, and that's just not good enough. McBurney, 9. I was one of the guys that's been saying he needs to be dropped. Needs a rest, needs a spell on the bench, whatever. But yeah, everything you want from McBurney, he's delivered today. He's made an absolute nuisance of himself for the entire game. He's challenged for everything. I think he's covered every blade of grass on the pitch. He's won every header defensively. Great ball through for Burke in the first half, and got his goal. Great header, back down towards where it came, bottom corner. Really happy for the guy, played really well today. Burke, 5.5. Weird one, I thought, for Burke today. He showed moments where he looked class. I can remember the second half, he's gone running through the middle, and then about 5 minutes later, the hold-up play, which leads to a chance. We end up getting the corner. But he made quite a lot of basic mistakes, small errors. So it was a bit of a weird one. But he did run around, try his hardest. He was absolutely knackered, it looked like, when he did come off on the 80th minute. So, substitutes. Osborne, where's he been? It's a 7 for me. He came in at half time for Lowe, thank God. And he instantly makes the left side look stronger. He's a great last-ditch interception on 50 minutes. Gets forward well. He has to start the next game. Has to. Norwood, brought on to try and link the defence with the forwards, and to also let Berg push on a bit. But it didn't really happen today. No, even his dead ball distribution was subpar. I can only give him a 5. Brewster, I've given him a 6, which might sound a bit generous, but it's because I can neither go high nor low because he was only on for 10 minutes. On for 10 minutes, and he was caught offside about 48 times. But he did try an audacious lob, which obviously came to nothing. But it was good to see one of our attacking players trying something a bit different. So, yeah, a 6 for Brewster. On to Chrissy Wilder, the manager. I can only give him a 5. I thought his team selection, Lunny and McBurney were right, but Lowe is wrong. It's just wrong. He's not ready for this league. But yeah, I mean, he must see something in training or whatever. He's picked him again. What annoys most fans, I think now, or it certainly annoys me, is that we're like an open book. Like nothing ever changes. It's the same formation. Everything's like for like, substitutes wise. It would have been great to have seen us think to hell with the point. We're going to try and push on for 3. I mean, Brian could have been brought off, I think, for Brewster. And then if Berg's tiring at the end, you bring Sharp on, like go 4-3. I'm always talking about 4-3-3, but I can understand, bringing Norwood on, trying to link it up. That didn't work. It would have been nice for him to acknowledge that early on in the game and just change it up a bit. Just do something a bit different. Give Leicester something to think about. Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone.
It's a disappointing last-minute goal. It had to be him, had to be Jamie Vardy. But it just can't get any luck at the moment, can we? Anyway, the positives and negatives out of that one. The positives, Kean Bryan. I'd go as far to say he's looking assured at centre-back. Only his second game, but that's certainly a positive to take from the game. Not by no means a perfect performance, but in the main kept Jamie Vardy quiet, along with John Egan, who I thought had a good game. Although the big negative, why didn't John Egan just bring Jamie Vardy down, take the red card and take one for the team? And that could have been a point which at the end of the season could be very, very crucial. Yes, short defensively, if Egan had been sent off, but it was a gamble worthwhile taking, in my opinion. Ollie McBurney had a great game. He tries hard and he got that well taken goal. Rose well, headed home nicely, and that's what we want to see from Oliver McBurney. You cannot fault the way he went about the game today. A real positive and a step in the right direction on the forward line. John Fleck, he was looking a bit more like himself. She disappointed to make the mistake for Leicester's winner, which spoiled what was up to then a pretty good performance and a bit back to the John Fleck of old. Another big positive was where they battled back. The first goal went in, the heads could have dropped, but they didn't. That was pleasing to see. A couple of minutes after going behind, fought back well. So all in all, some good positives to take from the game. Ben Osborne coming on was definitely a big positive, which leads me into the negatives. Max Lowe. We have said how we have got League One or in Championship players playing above their level. Max Lowe, I'm afraid, is looking a lower end Championship player and not above his level. His awareness is not good, passing is not good, he's letting people go. It's not going to work. Ben Osborne has to play at left back when Enver Stevens is missing, as simple as that. Giving the ball away too easily. Leicester's first couple of chances came from John Lundstrom giving the ball away. At one point, he ran 40 yards backwards with the ball before simply playing them through. I really couldn't work that out when there's a simple ball to play. And there's a lack of confidence. You can see there's a lack of confidence. It's evident in certain players. Just the little things aren't going our way. I thought first half when Leicester hit the post a couple of times that was the bit of luck we needed, but it didn't quite materialise. But overall, a good battle. Tried hard, didn't get the result, but we move on to the next one, and that win, if we carry on, hopefully isn't too far away.
I had a few things prepared for the last few months, actually, of when we won. Some things I was going to say, going to share with you, some witty things I've written, and as the weeks go on, it's getting more and more difficult, to try and come back here and be positive, and I'm Mr. Positive. I've predicted a win every single game this season. I'm feeling like an idiot. I'm starting to look like an idiot. I'm out here publicly saying these things. Today hit me pretty hard. It's difficult to know what to say because we've got Southampton away. On paper we should lose. So you could argue last season on paper we should have lost every game. We outperformed and did some incredible things. This season I still think we're playing pretty well. We're creating things. We look dangerous at times. But we're also giving up a lot of possession, and the other side always looks like they could score. So where do we go from here? We've got to try and erase one or two errors. It is mistakes that cost you and eventually win games for the opposition. We've got to be clinical. I know this sounds stupid because anyone who's even followed football for a few seasons knows that if you're in our position with 1 point, you're going down. I've got to try and be positive though. We can actually still get out of it, unbelievably. And so I'll continue to bang the drum. We can still do it. We've got to believe. Back McBurney, back the boys. Let's see if we can't pull off a shock result, give everyone confidence and go on a run. Got to believe.
Look at that ping from Norwood. Makes other teams look no good. We've got a team full of leaders. Alan Hill, Chris Wilder taught us. Yeah, there was us on a tour bus. Look how many goals Billy scored us. It's beautiful downtown Bromley Lane. We are the boys from Shore.